Champions League draw is finally out, and Chelsea will be facing Paris Saint-Germain, like what Robert Sanchez wanted. Chelsea goalkeeper, she has been making mouth that only what he wants is Chelsea versus PSG in the knockout, so that they can win it once and for all, and the debate will be over. So now they have gotten what they wanted. Not only that, Real Madrid will be facing Manchester City again. This is the fifth season in a row that Manchester City and Real Madrid have faced off in the knockout phase of the Champions League. Tough competition coming ahead. Arsenal will be facing Bayer Leverkusen, Liverpool, Galatasaray, Atalanta, Bayern Munich, Tottenham, Atletico Madrid. This Tottenham, Atletico Madrid is going to be a game of, how will I even say it? Boring football. It's kind of because both teams love defending. They love defending games. Atletico Madrid, that's their strength. Tottenham, they also love doing that. So those two teams, they have met. So let's see how their game is going to be. Next, Bodoglik Sporting CP. This Bodoglik, they have tried in this Champions League. They have tried. And I'm happy for them that they got Sporting, at least a team in the caliber of their strength. Because they have tried. All their efforts should not just be in vain now that they just enter round of 16 and they meet a bigger club like Man City or Arsenal or PSG or Chelsea. Or Barcelona will just knock them out. All their effort will be in vain. I'm happy for them that at least they met Sporting CP. Even though Sporting CP are also good, though, but at least that is their own strength there. They should meet struggle. Anyone that is going to win there go to the next round. So Arsenal Leverkusen. I know Arsenal have gotten an easy draw here. Bayer Leverkusen. They will definitely beat Bayer Leverkusen and advance to the next round. But football is always a game of surprise. It can just come out in a different way that you never expect. But I don't expect Leverkusen to do anything against Arsenal. Arsenal have been very, very dominant in this season's Champions League. And not just Champions League, they have been dominant in every game they have been playing. So I see Arsenal advancing ahead of Leverkusen and Bodogli Sporting CP. It's going to be a tough game for these two teams. It's going to be a very, very tough game. But let's see. We'll go by Bodogli. Because Bodogli have been in form. They beat Inter Milan in the playoffs to reach the round of 16. Those guys beat Atletico Madrid. They beat Man City. So you could see that Bodogli are in a hot form in this Champions League. In a very, very hot form. So I think Bodogli are going to qualify ahead of Sporting CP. Atletico Madrid, Tottenham. Tottenham are not that serious. We'll see them in the Champions League. They are in the Premier League. They are not doing well, but they are trying the Champions League. So Atletico Madrid, Tottenham. I see Atletico Madrid advancing ahead of Tottenham. And then Atlanta, Bayern Munich. This one, Bayern Munich will qualify. Of course, Bayern Munich will defeat Atlanta and qualify to the next round. But let's see if Atlanta are going to surprise Bayern Munich. I don't see Atlanta having any chance against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich will qualify and advance to the next round. And the most interesting part here is Paris Saint-Germain versus Chelsea and Real Madrid versus Man City. These two games, they are the toughest game in this Champions League phase. The toughest game. And let me not forget, we have Barcelona versus Newcastle. Newcastle are a team of war. Though they have met in the group stage, Barcelona won. But that was not an easy game for Barcelona, even though they won the game. And now they have met in the round of 16. So I see Barcelona still advancing ahead of Newcastle. They will beat Newcastle, but it will be a tough game for Barcelona. It will be a tough game for Barcelona. And Liverpool, Galatasaray, I see Liverpool advancing. Liverpool are going to beat Galatasaray and reach the quarterfinal of this season's Champions League. So Paris, Chelsea. Chelsea won Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup final. So many people say that was a fluke. That was a game of luck. That because PSG were already tired, they were exhausted, and Chelsea took advantage of that and won them. But that is just by the way. Chelsea, when Chelsea meet bigger teams in Champions League, especially in Champions League, they usually do the unthinkable. They do that. That is when you see the best performance of Chelsea. So I see this game, Paris Saint-Germain Chelsea, to be a very, very tough game. Who is going to qualify here? Paris Saint-Germain or Chelsea? We are going to see for that. But from my own point of view, I think Paris Saint-Germain are going to advance to the next round of the Champions League ahead of Chelsea. Because of course, they are the current holders of the Champions League. They won it. They won the Champions League. But Chelsea are also there. It will be a tough game. But PSG will qualify. PSG will qualify. But I hope Chelsea will surprise them. Then Real Madrid, Man City. Real Madrid have always been a tough team to Man City. In terms of group stage, Man City have been, they usually beat Real Madrid. But when it comes to the most important stage, which is the knockout rounds, Real Madrid don't joke in this aspect. They don't joke at this stage. So you could check their history. Most occasions, Real Madrid has advanced ahead of City in knockouts. I think Manchester City only knocked Real Madrid out once in Champions League knockout stage. So this time around, I'm still seeing Real Madrid qualify ahead of Manchester City. They will still do that. But it's still going to be very, very tough. So Man City versus Real Madrid, PSG versus Chelsea. These will be the toughest games in this round of 16. So please, if you are watching my video and you love football content, please use a few seconds of your time and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.